Everyone and their moms need to read this.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be reading the whole Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. This book had me in shambles and literally put me in a reading slump, so enjoy. Also, this is spoiler free.
These books were sold out everywhere for me, so I had to request a bookstore to bring in A Curse for True Love so I could have the completed series. Oh no, is it a hardcover? Is it a different height to the other books? This is the whole series, right? Look at how, like, I want to put it up again. Like, it's like fucking huge, but it's still really pretty. I mean, I guess it's okay. So let's see if it lives up to the hype. Although my tabs have probably already spoiled that.
Once Upon a Broken Heart follows Evangeline Fox, who makes a deal with the Prince of Hearts to stop a wedding between the love of her life and her stepsister. Jax, the Prince of Hearts, asks for her to kiss 3 people of his choosing. Soon enough, she finds out why they say you should never make a deal with a fate. I love that this book was in third person. I haven't read many books that do, and it makes it feel more like you're reading a fairy tale, so it's a more magical experience.
Hi guys. Hi. Okay, I'm checking in for my book. These are the sticky notes I'm going to use to tab. So far, I've tabbed 1 page. I'm only on chapter 10 though. Yeah, I'm about to go to part 2, which is the Magnificent North. I love like these, I don't know what you would call these, but they're like little drawings in the pages of like invitations or notes. Like for example, they have like a newspaper. So this is like the newspaper page. Just like the cover. Okay, I'm in love with this cover. First of all, it's pink. Second of all, it's pink. What more could you ask for? I'm loving it so far. I wish that there was more of an appearance of the guy lead, but I do know this spans like 3 books. But I'm a romance girly, so I'm like searching for romance at every single creek and crevice of every single fucking book.
I finished the first book and soon enough I was on to the second one. If I could wipe my brain and reread the second book again, I would, no doubt. I couldn't put it down. I took it everywhere. I took it to my grandma's garden, the mall, literally everywhere.
Hi, okay, update. I read so much last night. Also, I didn't get a chance to debrief Once Upon a Broken Heart, so I'm gonna debrief it right now. This book was so good. Like, I don't know, everything is kind of like blending together, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, it was so good. Like the introduction to every character, everything was so easy to understand. I'm not sure what level of fantasy you would call this book. I know there's like high fantasy romances and then low fantasy romances. Sometimes when I read fantasy, I just don't understand what is happening. Maybe it's my brain. Maybe I'm the problem. But you know, sometimes like I just don't want to use my brain when I read, and I didn't need to use my brain for this book. I love Jack's character. I understand the hype. There's something about the idea of like a morally gray character wanting to kill a bunch of people in order to find their true love. Right now I'm currently on the Ballad of Never After, right? By the way, these covers are so similar. Might I say that I like this cover better. The foxes on top. Okay, I don't know if anyone's a Swiftie, but this reminds me of The Archer by Taylor Swift. Who could ever leave me, but who could stay? That is so Jax. Anyways, okay, currently I'm like more than halfway through because I kind of had a readathon last night where like everyone else was asleep, so I just sat up reading, and I am so far into the book and I'm so sad because people are saying that the 3rd book doesn't satisfy them, and now I'm fucking scared, okay? Like, I hope it satisfies me. It better fucking satisfy me. I'm currently at the wedding scene in this book and it is amazing. There's one thing I love more than a who did this to you, which we kind of got, okay? It's not a who did this to you, but it's like, when did this happen?
In the video, I said that there's one thing I love more than a who did this to you, and I never told you what it was, and I couldn't leave you hanging like that, okay? I would never do that to you. What I was talking about is a jealousy scene. It's not a trope, but it is a scene that I love reading, and at the wedding in the 2nd book, it is so good. But yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Okay, please enjoy the rest of the video while I take my sweet time editing it, because I've redone the intro 3 times now. I just didn't like it. And I kept redoing it because I was like, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna post it. I'm so mad at myself. Anyways, enjoy.
Oh my god, I want to fucking scream. This is gonna put me in such a huge book slump when I'm done. That's when you know it's good though.
That is the worst foreshadowing I could ever do to myself because it did put me in a book slump. I compared every book after this one and nothing compared. what Stephanie Garber put into this book, what kind of drugs she put into these pages, but I can't put it down and I'm so sleepy. I want to sleep, but I literally can't. I think I'm just gonna finish it. And I don't even know if that's gonna be enough, because after I finish this, I'm thinking that's probably gonna land on a cliffhanger and then I have to read the third one. And I don't want any of this to end, by the way. Like, I'm literally ingesting every single word, trying to make the book never ending, even though it's going to end eventually. His first box. The vibe that he's always leaning against a doorway. You know, like the book talk girlies are gonna eat it up. I finished The Ballad of Never After. I don't know what's gonna happen and I literally despise the ending. I've also heard such mixed reviews on The Curse for True Love. If it doesn't give me the finished ending that I'm literally craving, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because like I don't I don't know. I need them to have a happy ending so badly. Look at the amount of tabs I made. And then this line is so gutting to me. There is nothing of equal value to me. Every time he disappears and she's like, oh my god, he forgot about me, or like whatever, and he's like always like trying to, you know, I don't want to spoil anything. And I heard that Stephanie Garber is releasing a new book in 2024, and I don't think that it's gonna be like anything to do with these characters, but I'm gonna be eating that up too. She is now a must-buy author for me because I've never been so hooked. I'm kind of tempted to read the Carnival series now, just for like more of Jax and like the Donatella story thingy. I don't know. I tried reading Carnival and I just couldn't get into it. And to the third and final book we go. I was so stressed reading the first chunk of this book, if you couldn't already tell by my face. It has a trope that I really don't enjoy, but Stephanie Garber does it well, and I couldn't quit now. I'm on the third book. I needed my happy ending. This whole clip is just me being pissed off at Apollo, and I was waiting for Jax to show up. And I will say it was worth it when he finally did show up. I'm currently about to go on a 3-hour road trip to Chiang Rai. I'm genuinely so terrified that it's gonna be over in the car. I don't know. I feel like I could be very satisfied, or I could literally be thinking about it for the rest of my life, which makes me kind of terrified. Yesterday I was up reading and I'm like basically halfway through the book. And I started this book at 7 p.m. yesterday. This has flown by so fast. Right now, literally all of the pages that I've marked are scenes in like the perspective of Jax, or scenes where they're together. Let me see if I can find you a quote that's like non-spoilery. This line was on the author's Instagram, so it's basically spoiler free, but he considered setting the room ablaze just so he'd have a reason to pick her up and carry her out, to save her one last time before he left her for good. How insane is that line? At the beginning of this, I was so frustrated because we weren't getting any like Jax in this book. I'm so excited to see how it ends, and I can't shut up about it, and everyone is so tired of me talking about it, but I can't shut up about it. After dinner, I came home and finished the rest of the book, and this is my full reaction. There's one moment that we as readers have been waiting for the entire 3-book series, but it kind of fell flat. Like, it was anticlimactic. I wish there was more to it. The most important of those rules is to never fall in love with a fate. When has that ever been mentioned? Until now. It's a little bit too late. I don't think it's Jax. Oh my god, I'm so scared.
我按你個小啊，碌啊！
มันจะจบแล้วอ่ะ I've seen so many people be like, oh, like the ending doesn't live up to the hype or whatever, but I think it did. I'll need a day to like sit on it and then I'll talk about it tomorrow, but honestly, I don't give a fuck what happens. except for the fact that it's like a happily ever after. That's all I wanted. Hi, okay, this might be like the last excerpt in this video. I'm not sure. I finished this last night and I filmed my reaction for the whole thing. Oh my god, also the floppiness of this book was so nice. Okay, it doesn't seem that floppy anymore, but every time I pick up a book, I'm like, okay, do I want to break the spine? Do I not want to break the spine? Then I end up breaking the spine anyways, but see, the thing is, I think it adds like a little bit of personality, like, hey, you actually read through it. It's kind of like annotation, you know what I mean? Literally everything that Jax says in this book is probably tabbed. And you know, the thing is, people are like, oh, there wasn't that much of Jax. And I kind of agree. Something that happened in the second book that went on to be a main plot in this book drove me mad. Because like, usually I don't like books with that specific trope. It was so frustrating and I was stressed, I'm not gonna lie. I was literally like, how is this gonna be fixed? Can this just be fixed quickly so then we can get over it? Moving on from that, I also think there were too many Apollo scenes. Apollo. Like, I honestly don't care about his perspectives. I cannot care less about what he thinks. But it did like evoke some sort of sympathy. We get to see a little bit of his upbringing. But I also think that it was kind of unnecessary because it's not like enough of a redemption. You know what I mean? To like make up for everything that he did. There were a few chapters with Jack's POV. I feel like there could have been more because it was so well done. After I finished reading it, I went on like a review rabbit hole where I just like looked at 10,000 reviews and a lot of people were saying that there were a lot of questions that were unanswered. Okay, so when I first ended it, I was super happy because like honestly, did I care about anything else? No, I just wanted them to have a happily ever after and that's all I really cared about. Yeah, I went like to watch a bunch of reviews and people were bringing up some questions that I think are valid. Since there were so many characters like at the end, you were left wondering what is going to happen with all of these other characters that you never see again. But anyways, it was a 5-star read and a 5-star series. I've been trying to start another book. I wasn't sure what I would be in the mood for after reading it, so I brought Each Read by Emily Henry. I tried to read Book Lovers by Emily Henry, but I didn't like it that much. People are saying that this is the best book in order to people are saying that this is the best book to get into Emily Henry, so I'm gonna try it. I'm not sure what I'm in the mood for, honestly. I'm just kind of in the mood to reread the whole Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And then if I still want some fantasy, then I brought Fourth Wing as well, which as you can see, I unpacked because I was gonna read this. And then honestly, it's 2 pages in, I'm kind of like, it's kind of good. I don't know, I'm not in the mood for anything except for this, which I've already finished. This book, Hangover, is so bad. You know what? I'm satisfied. Okay, I'm satisfied with the ending. Every single book in the series was a 5-star read. Everyone and their moms need to read this. I mean, I don't think my mom is gonna read it, but there's this like preconception that like YA is usually badly written. This is such a good YA book because there was still tension and angst between the two characters when they were in the Hollow, when they were in the Cursed Forest, and then like Jack's best day. Oh my god.
I forgot to film an outro for this video. That has become a recurring theme in all my videos. But anyways, I filmed this video months ago and Once Upon a Broken Heart still plays like a broken record in my mind. If someone wants like a romantasy recommendation, my mind immediately jumps to Once Upon a Broken Heart. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much and I'll see you next week for my next video. Bye!